A freak golf accident changed the course of Dr. Tony Cicoria's life forever, propelling him into a realm beyond the living. It was a beautiful summer day, July 16, 1994, at the Southwoods Golf Club in upstate New York. The sun was shining, casting a warm glow over the lush green fairways and manicured greens. Dr. Tony Cicoria, a 42-year-old orthopedic surgeon, was enjoying a round of golf with his friends, taking a break from his busy schedule. As he lined up his shot, a stray golf ball came out of nowhere, striking him with incredible force on the left side of his chest. The impact was so severe that it stopped his heart instantly, sending him crashing to the ground. The sound of the golf ball hitting Cicoria's chest was like a loud crack, echoing through the air. His friends were in shock, frozen in horror as they watched their companion collapse. One of them, a doctor himself, rushed to Cicoria's side, starting CPR in a desperate bid to revive him. The smell of freshly cut grass filled the air, a stark contrast to the chaos and panic that had erupted on the golf course. The warm sun beat down on Cicoria's lifeless body as his friends worked tirelessly to save his life. As the minutes ticked by, Cicoria's friends continued to administer CPR, but his heart refused to start beating again. The golf course, once a tranquil oasis, was now a scene of intense drama and urgency. The sound of sirens filled the air as paramedics rushed to the scene, their ambulance screeching to a halt beside the golf course. The paramedics took over, using a defibrillator to try and shock Cicoria's heart back into action. But despite their best efforts, his heart remained still, his body cold and unresponsive. The next 45 minutes were a blur of activity as the paramedics and medical team worked to resuscitate Cicoria. His friends watched in anguish, helpless to do anything but wait and pray. The atmosphere was tense and somber, the only sound the beeping of machines and the murmur of hushed conversations. The smell of antiseptic and medication hung in the air, a stark reminder of the desperate battle to save Cicoria's life. As the minutes turned into what seemed like an eternity, Cicoria's body lay motionless, his heart still refusing to beat. His skin was pale and clammy, his eyes closed as if he was sleeping. But this was no sleep. It was a deep, profound unconsciousness, a state from which it seemed he might never awaken. And yet, even as his body lay still, something strange and mysterious was happening. Cicoria's mind, his consciousness, was embarking on a journey that would change his life forever. The paramedics and medical team were starting to lose hope, their faces etched with concern and worry. Cicoria's friends were beside themselves, struggling to come to terms with what was happening. The tension was palpable, the air thick with anxiety and fear. And then, just as all hope seemed lost, something happened. Cicoria's body suddenly jolted, his heart starting to beat once more. The machines surrounding him sprang to life, beeping and whirring as they monitored his vital signs. The paramedics and medical team breathed a collective sigh of relief, their faces filled with a mix of exhaustion and elation. But as Cicoria's body began to stir, a sense of unease settled over the scene. What had happened to him during those 45 minutes? What had he experienced, if anything, during his time in the unknown? The questions hung in the air, unanswered and unanswerable. And as Cicoria's eyes slowly began to open, a look of confusion and disorientation crossed his face. He was back, but where had he been? What had he seen? The answers, for now, remained a mystery, hidden behind the veil of his near-death experience. And as the paramedics and medical team worked to stabilize him, Cicoria's mind was already racing, trying to make sense of the incredible journey he had just undertaken. But what had happened next? Only time would tell. As Cicoria's heart stopped beating, he found himself on a journey through a tunnel of light. where he encountered deceased loved ones and experienced a sense of profound peace. He described the sensation as being out of his body, watching himself from above, and feeling a sense of detachment from the physical world. In his own words, "I was floating above my body, looking down at myself, and I could see the people around me, but I couldn't hear anything." This out-of-body sensation was just the beginning of a profound and life-altering experience. As he floated above his body, Cicoria reported seeing a tunnel of light in the distance. He described it as a warm, comforting light that seemed to be pulling him towards it. The light was so intense that it was difficult for him to look directly at it, but he felt an overwhelming sense of peace and tranquility as he moved towards it. "It was like nothing I had ever experienced before," he said. "It was as if all my worries, all my fears, all my doubts just disappeared." The tunnel of light was not just a visual phenomenon. It was a deeply emotional and spiritual experience that seemed to transcend the boundaries of the physical world. As Cicoria journeyed through the tunnel, he encountered deceased relatives, including his grandfather, who had passed away several years earlier. He described the reunion as incredibly emotional and profoundly moving. In his own words, "I saw my grandfather, and he was smiling at me, and I felt this overwhelming sense of love and joy." The encounter was not just a visual recognition, it was a deep emotional connection that seemed to transcend the boundaries of time and space. Cicoria reported feeling a sense of comfort and reassurance in the presence of his deceased loved ones, as if they were guiding him through the journey. The experience was not just a passive observation, it was also an active review of his life. Cicoria reported experiencing a life review, where he saw flashes of his past, including memories from childhood, significant events, and relationships. The review was not just a random collection of memories. It was a deeply meaningful and emotional experience that seemed to highlight the significance of his relationships and experiences. In his own words, "I saw my life unfolding before me, and I realized that everything I had done, everything I had experienced, was connected, and it all made sense." The life review was not just a nostalgic trip down memory lane. It was a profound reflection on the meaning and purpose of his life. As Cicoria journeyed through the tunnel, he eventually reached a boundary, which he described as a point of no return. He reported feeling a sense of hesitation and uncertainty, as if he was being given a choice to return to his physical body or continue on the journey. In his own words, "I knew that if I went further, I would never come back, and I knew that if I came back, I would never be the same." The boundary was not just a physical threshold, it was a deeply emotional and spiritual crossroads that seemed to require a profound decision. Cicoria's journey through the tunnel of light, his encounters with deceased loved ones, and his life review all seemed to converge at this boundary. It was as if he was being given a chance to reflect on his life, to reconsider his priorities, and to choose a new path. In the end, Cicoria chose to return to his physical body, and as he did, he felt himself being pulled back into his body, back into the world of the living. The experience was over, but its impact would last a lifetime. As the medical team continued to work on resuscitating him, Cicoria's heart finally began to beat again, and he took his first breaths back into the world of the living. The journey through the tunnel of light was over, but the memories and emotions it evoked would stay with him forever, forever changing the course of his life. Research into near-death experiences like Cicoria's is helping scientists better understand the complex and mysterious relationship between the brain and consciousness. Dr. Sam Parnia, a renowned expert in the field of near-death studies from Southampton University, has conducted extensive research on the subject. His 2014 AWARE study, which monitored over 2,000 cardiac arrest patients, found that nearly 40% of those who survived reported some level of consciousness during the period when they were clinically dead. This challenges the long-held assumption that the brain's electrical activity ceases when the heart stops beating. Parnia's work suggests that the brain may be more resilient than previously thought, and that consciousness may persist even when the body's vital signs are absent. Dr. Robert Spetzler, a neurosurgeon from the Barrow Neurological Institute, has also made significant contributions to the field. His studies have focused on the neural correlates of near-death experiences, seeking to identify the specific brain regions and processes that give rise to these phenomena. Spetzler's work has highlighted the importance of the temporoparietal junction, a region of the brain that is involved in self-awareness and spatial reasoning. He has found that this region is often affected in patients who report near-death experiences, leading him to propose that the temporoparietal junction may play a key role in the generation of these experiences. However, not all researchers agree that near-death experiences can be fully explained by neural correlates. Some argue that the complexity and richness of these experiences cannot be reduced to purely biological or psychological processes. Dr. Chris Frith, a neuroscientist from University College London, has suggested that near-death experiences may be a manifestation of a more fundamental aspect of consciousness, one that is not necessarily tied to the brain. According to Frith, consciousness may be an emergent property of the universe, one that arises from the interactions and relationships between individual components, rather than being solely the product of brain activity. The debate between these two perspectives, the neural correlates of consciousness and the idea of consciousness beyond the brain, is ongoing. While some researchers like Dr. Giulio Tononi from the University of Wisconsin-Madison argue that consciousness can be fully explained by the integrated information generated by the brain, others like Dr. Roger Penrose from the University of Oxford propose that consciousness is a non-physical, fundamental aspect of the universe. The study of near-death experiences has become a key battleground in this debate, with some researchers using these experiences as evidence for the idea that consciousness can exist independently of the brain. Despite the many advances that have been made in the field, there is still much that is not yet known about near-death experiences. The exact mechanisms by which they occur, the relationship between the brain and consciousness, and the implications of these experiences for our understanding of the nature of reality and human existence all remain to be fully explored. As Dr. Parnia has noted, the study of near-death experiences is a complex and multifaceted field, one that requires an interdisciplinary approach that draws on insights from neuroscience, psychology, philosophy, and anthropology. By continuing to explore and understand these experiences, researchers hope to uncover new insights into the human condition and to shed light on one of the greatest mysteries of all, the nature of consciousness itself. The study of near-death experiences like Cicoria's is an ongoing journey, one that is helping scientists to better understand the intricate and mysterious relationship between the brain and consciousness, and to push the boundaries of human knowledge and understanding. The implications of Cicoria's experience, and those like it, challenge our understanding of what happens when we die and raise fundamental questions about the nature of reality and human existence. From a philosophical perspective, near-death experiences, NDEs, like Cicoria's, force us to re-examine our assumptions about the mind-body problem and the possibility of an afterlife. Dr. Sam Parnia, a leading researcher on NDEs, notes that these experiences suggest that consciousness may not be solely a product of the brain, but rather a fundamental aspect of the universe, unconnected to the physical body. This idea is both fascinating and unsettling, as it challenges our conventional understanding of the relationship between the brain and consciousness. For many people, the fear of death is a profound and existential anxiety that can be debilitating. NDEs, like Cicoria's, offer a unique perspective on this fear, suggesting that death may not be the end, but rather a transition to a new state of existence. Dr. Robert Spetzler, a neurosurgeon who has studied NDEs, observes that these experiences can be incredibly transformative, allowing individuals to reevaluate their priorities and values in life. By confronting and overcoming their fear of death, individuals who have had NDEs often report a newfound appreciation for life and a sense of purpose. As Cicoria himself noted, "My experience changed my perspective on life and death and gave me a newfound sense of wonder and awe." However, not all researchers are convinced that NDEs provide evidence of an afterlife or a non-physical realm. Some argue that these experiences can be explained by natural phenomena, such as changes in brain chemistry or the effects of oxygen deprivation on the brain. Dr. Parnia acknowledges that, while we can't rule out the possibility that NDEs are the result of brain activity, the consistency and complexity of these experiences suggest that there may be more to them than a simple neurological explanation. Ultimately, the question of what happens when we die remains a profound mystery that may be beyond the reach of scientific inquiry. Despite the uncertainty surrounding NDEs, they have a profound impact on how we live our lives. Individuals who have had NDEs often report a newfound sense of purpose and meaning, as well as a greater appreciation for the beauty and fragility of life. As Dr. Spetzler notes, these experiences can be a powerful catalyst for personal growth and transformation, allowing individuals to re-examine their values and priorities in life. By confronting the reality of our own mortality, we may be inspired to live more fully and intentionally, to cherish every moment, and to pursue our passions with greater purpose and dedication. As we reflect on the implications of Cicoria's experience, and those like it, we are forced to confront our own mortality and the mystery of what lies beyond. Whether or not we believe in an afterlife, NDEs like Cicoria's challenge us to re-examine our assumptions about the nature of reality and our place within it. As we ponder the possibility of a non-physical realm, we may be inspired to live more mindfully, to cultivate a greater sense of compassion and empathy, and to cherish the beauty and wonder of the world around us. In the end, the implications of Cicoria's experience and those like it are a profound reminder that life is precious, fleeting, and full of mystery, and that every moment counts. As we go about our daily lives, we may find ourselves asking, what does it mean to be alive? And what lies beyond the horizon of our mortal existence? The answer, much like the experience itself, remains a profound and haunting mystery that each of us must confront and explore for ourselves. Cicoria's near-death experience not only changed his perspective on life and death, but also inspired him to pursue a new passion for music, demonstrating the profound and lasting impact such experiences can have on individuals. As we reflect on his story, we're left with a lingering question. What if these experiences are more than just a product of a dying brain? What if they're a glimpse into a reality that exists beyond our mundane lives? The implications are profound, and the possibilities are endless. Cicoria's experience, and those like it, challenge our understanding of what happens when we die and raise fundamental questions about the nature of reality and human existence. As we sit with the mystery of Cicoria's experience, we're reminded that the human brain is a complex and mysterious entity, capable of producing extraordinary experiences that defy explanation. The tunnel of light, the sense of peace, the encounter with deceased loved ones, all of these elements are common features of near-death experiences, yet they remain poorly understood. Researchers like Dr. Sam Parnia and Dr. Robert Spetzler are working to uncover the secrets of NDEs, but their findings only scratch the surface of this phenomenon. The more we learn, the more we realize how little we know. Cicoria's experience also raises questions about the relationship between the brain and consciousness. If the brain is capable of producing such vivid and realistic experiences in the absence of normal brain function, what does this say about the nature of consciousness? Is it a product of the brain, or is it a fundamental aspect of the universe that transcends the physical body? These are questions that have puzzled philosophers and scientists for centuries, and Cicoria's experience offers a unique perspective on this debate. As we consider the implications of Cicoria's experience, we're forced to confront our own mortality and the mystery of what lies beyond. It's an uncomfortable truth, but one that can also be liberating. If we take these experiences seriously, we may be compelled to reevaluate our priorities and values, to live more fully and authentically in the present moment. We may also be inspired to explore the deeper questions of existence, to seek out new knowledge and understanding that can help us make sense of this strange and wondrous world. Cicoria's experience is a reminder that there's more to life than what we can see and touch. It's a testament to the power of the human spirit, which can transcend even the most extreme circumstances. As we reflect on his story, we're left with a sense of awe and wonder, a sense of mystery that can't be fully explained or understood. And it's in this mystery that we find the true significance of Cicoria's experience. A reminder that there's always more to discover, more to explore, and more to learn about the human experience. The story of Tony Cicoria is one of transformation, of a life changed forever by a single event. It's a story that challenges our assumptions and pushes us to think differently about the world and our place in it. As we close this chapter on Cicoria's near-death experience, we're left with a sense of curiosity, a sense of wonder that can't be satisfied. We're left to ponder the mysteries of the universe, to seek out new knowledge and understanding, and to explore the deeper questions of existence. And it's in this pursuit of knowledge and understanding that we may ultimately find the truth about the nature of reality and human existence.